Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves crease.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs. This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Eric Reed is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. A strong running. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. McCaffrey powers through again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the ground, McCaffrey brushing off defenders. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
They come out here in the eye. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Ready, flag, what do you got? Black 4, check tight, check tight, check 31, check 31.
Now it's the former Badger Dare Ogunbowale. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston now from the 50. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Ready,
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
54. Off the screen, off the screen, off the screen. Let's go.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Barber. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Barber. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
For the Buccaneers field goal, an 18-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Winston connecting with Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Again, it's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Jameis again. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To the air again with Winston. And Winston lost the football. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't want none. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Jameis now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Refute down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 28 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Watch safety green.
To throw is Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Winston now. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, Winston. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Mike 5'9". Let's go, D. It's going to be a lot.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Where do we go?
Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Black 22. Mike 5-4. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come out here in the eye. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on set? And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball is probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, got to present it to him. And if he's smart, he'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped him to 4 touchdown runs. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right to the 3.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. 53 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. "35 yards on the return." Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Mike, 45.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw again on second down. Winston, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike's by 4. I got him.
On first and 10, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll throw again. Winston. And he floated one out there incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Gun.
From the end zone, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.